What is happening, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a particularly dull January day. Now, I haven't done an update for quite a while on the F80 because I've sort of been here, there, everywhere, haven't done too much with the car. However, I thought it would be time to sort of have a chat with you guys about what's next, what's coming up, and also go for a little bit of a drive in it. Because what I have found recently is I'm saying to myself, every time I start the car, I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? That's typical, isn't it? As soon as I try and show you something, the car doesn't even do what I'm talking about. But it's not the fact that it's an intermittent fault. The exhaust has developed quite a bad rattle on startup, especially when it's cold. And I drove the car back from the airport a couple of hours ago, so I don't think the car is cold enough yet for it to sort of become clear. Annoying, because at the end of the day, I was like so stoked with the fact that I had the M Performance exhaust system on it that I was like, nah, don't need to go down the route of an exhaust. I've already got a proper tidy one. So now I need to go get that looked at, because after doing a little bit of due diligence online, I have seen that it was quite a big thing, that a lot of the there was a problem with the valves in these exhaust systems, and I think BMW actually recalled some and you could get them fixed under warranty. But now I'm just thinking, like, what is the right route to go with that? Should I try and get it fixed, or do I go and actually get something new altogether? That's something that I'm gonna have to kind of have a think about, because I know that this is quite an expensive exhaust system that was on it already. So if, you know, if I'm going to upgrade or potentially get it fixed, I need to know what the cost implications are of that. If any of you guys have ever had experience with the M Performance exhaust system, please write in the comments below what you found, because I'm kind of just trying to get some info from other F80 owners. Hopefully they're not for me. Evening officer. Does anybody else do that? You know, when the police are there and you're like, nah, it's not for me. It's not for me. Is it for me? Nah, it's fine. Do it. So I barely put any miles on this thing. I took it to Ireland over Christmas, did quite a few miles. Oh, he's turning around now. He's turning around in the wrong way. Is he looking for me? Is he looking for me? No, he's looking for those young men there. Interesting. Yeah, where was I get completely. So yeah, I put a few hundred miles on it when I took the car to Ireland over Christmas, and that was absolutely great because I got to know the car a lot better and got to really drive it. And you know, I won't lie to you, when I first got it, I was a bit, you know, not sure of how to drive it, because the way the car is sort of set up, the amount of power, rear wheel drive, all the rest of it, like, I know that these things can be snappy as hell. Like, I've driven one before, but you know what it's like when it's your own car, you're just like, oh, okay, I don't want to break anything. And it was just so perfect. I was like, ah, like, I didn't want to like be too hard on the accelerator at times. But taking it to Ireland, I really got a feel for it, started to really understand the way the car moves, the way with a DCT box, when you start to input the power, like, it kind of decides when it's going to break away. It's not like you can initiate the slide or anything like that on a car park, obviously. You know, when it starts to move, it's quite sudden. You have to kind of be very gentle with it and kind of keep it feeding it in, like feeding the movement in. Whereas when you have a, you know, a manual car, you've got another set of tools at your arsenal to kind of keep the thing planted on the road. But not condoning any sort of behaviour like that. But it really enabled me to get to know the car better. So what are the plans that I have for the car? We have obviously taken the car already to Evolve, and we've got the e-Venturi air intake system on the car, which I'm absolutely in love with. I think it's fab, looks brilliant and sounds brilliant as well. You've got a little bit of you know, the sort of sucky noise that you get. No innuendo before anyone goes there. And for the second part of that video series, I'm taking the car back. I want to get the car mapped before and then after the stage 2. So we should just be a little bit over 500 horsepower once we take it up to stage 2. But now I have this problem with the exhaust, I'm kind of not sure what I should do next, but I'm going to have a big chat with Imran at Evolve and kind of have a chat with a few of the other F80 owners as well, because what I am finding, being an M3 owner, there's so many of other guys out there that have got F80 M3s, and everyone's so like sharing bits of information and what parts you can get where, and it's like a real community on Instagram, and it's like, it's fab. Everyone's sort of been like, oh, nice colour back, like I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of, it's cool. It reminds me of the days of car clubs on forums, you know, when everyone had like, I don't know, like I was on a big Mark IV Golf forum. Loved it. So I have just taken delivery of some new wheels for the BMW, which is quite exciting. You know what, I wasn't going to go any bigger than a 19, and I can confirm that I have brought 20s. But I saw a picture on the internet, and I sort of again spoke to them in the know, and there is a particular set of 20s from Rotorform that fit incredibly well on this body shape. And you know what, looking at the body styling, it's got really wide arches, like it can take a bigger wheel. I'm just going to have to adjust my suspension a little bit, which leads me into my next thing, which is, again, I want to change up the suspension, but I'm looking for something which fits OEM plus, kind of almost like retrofit, because I want to be able to still use the buttons here. I don't want to just put coilovers on it. I want something that's really going to fit in with the car. So yeah, got new wheels, about to take it for the dyno and the stage 2, and then yeah, suspension, and finding out what the hell to do with that rattle next would be great. So basically, I've just kind of been enjoying being out and about in the car. I mean, Christ, this is the worst thing about owning this car. I'm literally in central London, like central East London now, and we are doing 5 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour to be exact, because this is all you can do. I promise you, like, if you can take your car out anywhere and just drive it, i.e. take it to Ireland, take it to the countryside, take it anywhere where you can let the thing breathe, that's where you need to take it, because this is just dire, I guess. Maybe this is just me, but I've noticed that on the seats here, you know, on the little badges, like, someone said to me, like, obviously I didn't get the competition, so you don't get like the super nice seats with the cutouts on them as well. And, like, these little M badges have started to crack, and I was wondering, is that me? Is that me being like, I don't know, like wear and tear? I guess the car's a couple of years old and stuff, but is that like a normal thing? Is it possible to replace them? Like, I haven't really looked into it too hard, but I was just wondering whether, is that just me being horrendous on interiors? Like, I know I've told you before, I am not able to have any form of light interior in a car, because I just get so stressed that I'm going to wreck it. And I was like, oh god, have I in fact already started wrecking this one as well? I'm really looking forward to this summer and getting a few things done to it. I reckon I'll have most of the modifications done by, what we're just going into February now, probably March. I think the suspension is going to take a little bit longer to find, because I do want to get it absolutely right, because you're really messing with the core features of the car when you start changing something like that. And I really enjoy the way it's set up and the way it feels now, so I only want to enhance it, not hinder it. I'm putting 20s on it, as she says, but still, like, I think it's really important that you get that aspect right. Man, it is such a horrible day in London. It's just grey. It's 3 o'clock, lads, and it's raining and it's dark. I was going to go get the car washed today, but there is absolutely zero point. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this drive. I will have the new content coming with the modifications that we're going to be doing for this car super soon. I just wanted to sort of, you know, stop in with you guys, check in, and tell you that me and the car are doing absolutely fine, and we've got loads more content coming for you super soon. So stay tuned. Thank you, bear with me. I'll see you very soon. Bye.